Hello. If you remember, in the last lesson we learned that the accounting equation works. Now let us better understand the rules of debits and credits. Starting from the syllogisms. Excess can be assets, liabilities or equity. They may increase or decrease. So, which one goes on the left and which one goes on the right? First, we must mention that the X on the left side of the equal sign is on debits, and the account will record a debit record, abbreviated DR. The X on the right side is on credits, and the account will record a credit record, abbreviated CR. So we have on the left side X and on the right side X. On the left side we have debit record and on the right side we have credit record. Let's go further and try and find some rules for the debit record and credit record. These can be synthesized as follows. An asset with plus remains on the debits, but when it decreases, it will go on credits. Because liabilities and shareholders' equity are both on the right side of the accounting equation, their rule will be identical. When these accounts increase, they will stay on credits, right side of the equal sign, but when they decrease, they will appear on debits. So let's change the equation into journal entries. We start from assets plus X equal liabilities plus X plus equity. The journal entry will be assets plus debit record equal liabilities plus credit record. Assets minus X equal liabilities minus X plus equity. The journal entry will be liability minus debit record equal assets minus credit record. Assets plus X minus X equal liabilities plus equity. The journal entry will be assets plus debit record equal assets minus credit record. Assets equal liabilities plus X minus X plus equity. The journal entry will be liability minus debit record equal liability plus credit record. Assets plus X equal liability plus equity plus X. The journal entry will be asset plus debit record equal equity plus credit record. Assets equal liabilities minus X plus equity plus X. The journal entry will be liability minus debit record equal equity plus credit record. Assets minus X equal liability plus equity minus X. The journal entry will be equity minus debit record equal assets minus credit record. Assets equal liability plus X plus equity minus X. The journal entry will be equity minus debit record equal liability plus credit record. Let's consider our transportation company, recall our transactions and then to transpose them into journal entries. The company receives the invoice for electricity worth of 300 lei on December 20th. We have utility expense equity minus debit record. Supplier liability plus credit record. The journal entry on 20th of December will be utility expense on the debit record equal supplier on the credit record with the amount of 300. The company purchases a printer on account worth of 800 lei also on December 20th. We have materials under the form of small inventories, assets plus debit record. Supplier liability plus credit record. The journal entry on 20th of December will be materials on the debit record equal supplier on the credit record with 800. The previous two examples reflect two purchases on account of services and of goods. The company issues an invoice for a customer for the value of 5,000 lei on 20th of December. Keep in mind that we're recording the transactions in the journal, so we have to record them chronologically. We have customer, assets plus debit record, service revenue, equity plus credit record. The journal entry is customer on the debit record equals service revenue on the credit record with the value of 5,000. The company closes a lease contract for a car worth of 50,000 lei on December 21st. We have car, asset plus debit record, note payable, liability plus credit record. The lease contract is a written contract and it carries interest. The journal entry is car on the debit record equal note payable on the credit record with the value of 50,000. The company issues a second invoice for a customer worth of 3,000 lei on December 22nd. So we have customer, asset plus debit record, service revenue, equity plus credit record. The journal entry is on the debit record we have customer equal service revenue on the credit record with the value of 3,000. The company signs a contract for a loan worth of 10,000 lei on December 28th. We have cash in bank, assets plus debit record, note payable, liability plus credit record. The journal entry is cash in bank equal note payable 10,000 lei. The company collects the receivable from the customer number 1 on December 28th. Cash in bank, assets plus debit record, customer, assets minus credit record. The journal entry is cash in bank equal customer 5,000. The company pays the supplier of the printer on December 29th. Cash in bank, asset minus credit record, supplier liability minus debit record. The journal entry is supplier equal cash in bank 800. The company records the invoice for rent on 31st of December. Rent expense, equity minus debit record, supplier liability plus credit record. The journal entry on 31st of December is rent expense equals supplier 300. The company records Andrew's salary on December 31st. Salary expense, equity minus debit record. Salary payable, liability plus credit record. The journal entry on 31st of December is salary expense equals salary payable 1115. In our next lessons, we will continue to follow Jones and Maria's experience in the business world by teaching them how to account for the net worth of their investment. We'll keep in touch.